Okay, welcome to this non-listed hidden video about all the battles of Adventure 13 with map 10. Just as a quick reminder, I'll show you the map we took. So we went with this map we wanted to use. Okay, we'll quickly hide the camera so you can see the complete map. We wanted to go like this, but this location 7 proved a bit too hard. Sorry, this one. Location 7 proved a bit too hard here, so Bruce couldn't pass in one try, and then he had to adjust the plan, and the battles you see now are from this map here. So that's that. Now I can put the camera back on and we go through all the battles. I haven't seen all of them myself yet, so I'll enjoy watching them with you together. We already opened our 3 chests, and now we go to the lock. Lady Darkmoon, she started with location 4. And she went with her maxed out standard team for Kark, very strong with Nebula and Sebastian and Chet. Chet adding critical hits because of his 4th skill, and then Nebula is enhancing Kark's strength with her 4th skill, and this is just amazing what this team can do. There are some opponents, maybe of course when there is a defense against physical attacks, then you cannot go with this team, but apart from that almost always you can use this team. But now she waited on 4 because there is location 8 is blocked with an evil eye coming from location 9, so I started with my bottom route. And I used a team I don't always use. I brought Orion, and I did not use his ultimate. It was important to wait here, having Jorgen first, preventing the opposition from gaining any energy. And now I will copy Jorgen with Faceless, and now I use Orion, because now even if he hits, they will not gain energy anymore. And Albus is just taking out Helios, so like this it's a very safe victory. Orion, I'm still bringing him up, but I thought it would be better to bring him against Lilith. Lilith is also always a bit difficult for my team. When you have Orion, then it's no difficulty because he is dealing too much damage, and then Lilith cannot, or maybe she can once or twice increase her maximum health with her 3rd skill followed by her 4th skill. But it's too much damage if she is left and you have Orion and Faceless copying Orion. So this was a very nice victory. And of course this is, maybe it would also work without this 100% energy gain increase for control heroes, but it will not always work for my team. You see the total power of this team is about, I don't know, 450 if I remember correctly, or a little bit over 400 kilo, and then I went on to 9, and I have to constantly adjust my team a little bit. I have not an 800 kilo team, so here I went with Dorian instead of Orion, because there is Kira on the other side, making things even easier for me, because Kira will load up Jorgen and Faceless very quickly, and I will, most of the time I will have Faceless copy Jorgen, and they controlling everything. There is nothing that can go wrong against this team. When there is Sebastian on the other side, but with the daily buff of energy gain increase for control heroes, I think Jorgen is even fast enough to control Sebastian before Sebastian can use his ultimate. And here's a very safe victory. It's really fun to play this kind of battles with Jorgen and Faceless. And we have also Lian when she's using her first artifact, her first skill, then her first artifact providing 32 kilo more magic attack. Now faceless damage dealer number 1. And now Lady Darkmoon could continue her path with her standard team, I think. Because it's the most convenient thing to do with her 800 kilo team. She does not really have to play manually then. And here we didn't see any problem. Now Kark. Okay, he missed a few because Dante is providing some dodge for the whole team with his force skill. But now, yeah, at some point Kark will get through. And also Axel as a pet is of course very smart. Chet is doing some healing and Axel is distributing the damage. And there is nothing that can go wrong here. She's struggling with the team sometimes when there is Faceless on the other side throwing back Astaroth, and then Kark is exposed to attacks in first position. And if there are strong attackers on the other side like Ginger or Ishmael or Darkstar, then she can be in trouble from time to time with this team. So sometimes then it would be smart to have an Andvari, but the problem is Andvari is placing behind Kark, and then Kark is still in first position. If we switched him in for Astaroth, then it's better with Kira because Andvari is placing in front of Kira. So there are some problems for a Kark team when there is a Faceless on the other side. So the statistics, yeah, Sebastian also dealing a lot of damage. When you have a team with critical hits, then Sebastian is putting pure damage on top of those critical hits whenever his second skill is active, I think. So he's really a huge damage dealer as well. Go to location 13. It's really a pleasure to watch all these battles. Here, the standard team again. Siri is usually a tough opponent, but now you see Kark is supported by Nebula, 327 critical hit. And Siri died because before she could even dive. And all the first artifact, they are maxed, yes. So against a lot of teams, her team is just unstoppable. And then we go to location 18. Here we have a Rufus, but as we are not dealing pure, okay, we're doing some pure damage with Sebastian, but mostly physical damage, so this is no problem. Rufus is a problem when you deal only pure and magic damage. I don't like him sometimes. I think I have a Rufus on my way later. And there is an Orion on the other side, but he's just tickling us a little bit and loading up the energy bar. Oh, there is extra health, yes, so this is one of the locations with 250% extra health, making things a bit harder, but also more fun, I guess, because her Kark can deal so much damage. Yeah. Okay, did you see almost a 1 million hit on Orion? Amazing. Amazing. A few of these buffs were active, and and Kark was supported by Nebula, because Nebula's fourth skill is also gaining in strength, so that was almost a 1 million hit. Have you seen that? I've never saw a 1 million hit before. Now this is amazing. 7 million damage of Kark. Yeah, it was even more fun like this with this extra health. Now squad 22. Here is a buff against magic attack, so you cannot deal any magical damage here. That's not a real problem. Now he's exposed a little bit, that's a bit uncomfortable. Ginger could have hit Kark, and if there is a jet on the other side, then could get dangerous for Kark. So we don't like to see Chaba, but okay, Astaroth can bring Kark back also. Should he die once? And now with Axel active, it gets also easier for Kark to survive, should he be in first position for some time. And this is the end, yes. So Kark and Sebastian, again the damage dealers number one. And then she took a buff on the Altar of Power 26. I think she went for a buff against pure damage, always a good idea when you have a Yasmin suddenly. And now it's back to my path. I complete my route now. Let's see, what were the challenges along this route? So here we have Lien on the other side. That's why I brought Sebastian. And I didn't bring Lien because of Corvus, because Lien is dealing a lot of damage in succession with her second and third skill, and then when the Tower of Corvus is active, she can die, especially my Lien, who is not maxed out. So I left her at home, and I was confident that Jorgen and Faceless can deal enough damage. But now imagine on this location, and they provided is a buff against magic damage, then I would have been in real trouble. Then I would have to go with physical attackers with Dark Star. Maybe it would have worked, but yeah, I was confident to go with this team. So Faceless and Jorgen. Faceless is always doing a little bit more damage, because when he's using his ultimate, then automatically his first artifact, which is providing magic penetration, is activated, and then he gets fully through with copying Jorgen's first skill. Also, when he's copying a skill, the level is increased. The level of the skill he's copying is doubled when you have him, like I have him at level 130 with his first skill. The copy of the skill he's doing is then at level 260, which is amazing, of course. Now the next location. What do we have here? Back to my standard team with Lien. On the other side there is 100% more damage. So Chaba is under some pressure. What did I do? Having him a meal. Also Oliver is attached to Chaba, so he's gaining health once his health is falling below 50%, and now Jorgen and Faceless are doing their stuff, and Albus also a great damage dealer, and Lien also is doing pure damage with her second skill. Chaba is doing pure damage with his first skill. So when they are doing pure damage while Albus is charging his ultimate, like now this pure damage, yeah, is then extra damage Albus is dealing. You see, it's really nice for me to have him as an attacker. And then location 23. Now here I had to go with Darkstar because there is a buff against magic damage, so Lien would only have produced damage with her second skill. It is pure damage, so I was much more comfortable to use Darkstar here, but still bringing Jorgen and Faceless along because they can control the ultimates of everyone. They will never use their ultimates, while Darkstar is inflicting pure damage and physical damage and Albus pure damage. Darkstar is also a bit tricky. She is constantly attacking Jorgen and now he's gone, but it's too late already. I'm through now, and now I let have Faceless copy Darkstar, and here is nothing to be worried about now. She can dodge a few attacks, but she cannot dodge the pure damage coming from Albus now. Yes. Now we go to location 27. And here I'm always relieved when I can go with my standard team for Lien, bringing in Dorian, but I have to say there are a lot of occasions where, or almost always, Marta would be better. I have to admit that. Okay, not always. Maybe when there is Maya on the other side, Maya will drag Dorian into the middle of all his teammates with her second skill, I think. And then Dorian is maybe better than Marta, but Marta has more possibilities because she is providing extra speed with her ultimate, and Copy can even and Faceless can even copy that, providing even more speed. So I would say yes, Marta makes more sense, a lot of more sense. Dorian is one of the heroes, it's nice to have, but is not an essential hero you need to have. And now we come to 32. And we have the standard team again, and it's absolutely no risk here because they will never be able to use their ultimates. Also Arachne, I think she will, okay, maybe once, but it doesn't look like it. And Lien is also great, of course, charming everyone, and then they will get the curse from Jorgen. And okay, this was Arachne killing Dorian, but this is an advantage of Dorian. Okay, his fourth skill is still active. You can see these red circles, so whenever Jorgen, Faceless and Lien are inflicting damage, they will still gain health. Jorgen is a bit too far ahead now, and now he got killed also. Oh, here I got a little bit nervous because Arachne has been upgraded, and here is also a 100% more damage buff. She has been upgraded and is a real monster now with a lot of stunning effects. So here I got a little bit nervous. But okay, I still have Albus, I still have Jabba, who is hard to kill, and she cannot dodge the pure damage of Albus. And yeah, but still she has also quite a lot of health. But you see, Albus is doing a lot of damage. But she had me worried a little bit here. But now I think Albus comes for a second time, and Lien, of course, and Faceless can charm her. Yeah, okay. But it did feel uncomfortable, I have to admit that. Yeah. She's doing quite some damage, a bit more than was comfortable for me. But okay, I passed in the end, and now we decided to, okay, come on Lady Darkmoon, have a go at 31, even though there is still a buff on. Not a damage reduction buff, that would have probably been too hard, but it's an increase of damage. But she has such a good and strong team, and oh okay, and we decided to go with Jorgen and Faceless. So Luther would be annoying, and I think he can trigger his ultimate at some point. Yeah, already now. Here I was really worried now. Okay, and now Faceless is dead, but now comes Kark, and Axel is activated now. And Jorgen is still there. And now Cornelius is gone. And Kark is saving the day. But okay, it was a risk here. Luther, without Luther using his ultimate so fast, he is apparently also a control hero. Then it would have been plain sailing, but like this it got really a bit close. But she passed, so that was very good news. And then on she went to location 30. Here again with Jorgen Faceless. We just wanted to make sure that the enemy Kark cannot trigger his ultimate. And she also playing manually now. Here comes Jorgen. And now the enemy Kark is dead because he cannot use his ultimate. Is controlled by the curse of Jorgen. And she's doing the same now as I do, just copying Jorgen with Faceless, and yeah, nothing can go wrong here. So that's quite nice. She's playing this really nice also now with Jorgen and Faceless. Because Kark is doing so much damage. I mean, with her main team, it's really mayhem, but sometimes okay, it's maybe cleverer. You go with. I used Kark also on my first account I played, and there my main team was also with Jorgen and Faceless Chat. Also with Astaroth. I think it's not a good idea. Or okay, maybe if you use Kark, then Astaroth is a good idea. Because sometimes Kark is dying prematurely, and then it's really good to have Astaroth. But if I went for a team with Kark again, I would probably go with Aurora as a tank. If you have seen the boss battle before of Bruce, then you know why. Aurora is really a great tank. Here the standard team was good. And now we thought a little bit about how to continue and decided that I will go on. And if you have the map still in mind, that we found a way where I can have 2 tries on 47, because I was not confident I could pass in 1 try, and then she could come from the other side to 41 and we still have a chance for all 4 chests. So I continue my path now with 37. Let's see what have been the challenges on 37. There is Rufus. Okay, so that's why I brought Darkstar, and I just hoped that Jorgen could trigger before Yasmin, which was not completely clear maybe, because Darkstar is loading up Yasmin with her 4th skill, this 2nd arrow, but luckily for me Yasmin could never trigger. And okay, Phobos can trigger and taking out Darkstar now. That was not nice of Phobos. He's also a control hero. And you have noticed maybe one detail. I brought Kane along, which I was very happy, because I thought maybe, yes, if something goes wrong, Phobos taking out Darkstar, I still have Kane, who have the physical attack with which we can defeat Rufus in the end. But okay, it did not feel very nice here, because it's still very dangerous, doing a lot of magic damage. Have to grind him down with magic damage and pure damage. and then at the right moment I have to trigger Kane to inflict the physical damage. And Kane has only 4 arrows, he's not gaining anymore because there is not a lot of dodge here. Still waiting, getting a bit nervous. And when did I decide to use Kane? Okay, Jorgen once again. Now I use Kane. And some other physical attack, I think, finished him off, but this was also quite close. It was not planned that Phobos can take out Darkstar. He's really improved now that he goes for the guy with the most physical attack. He's really a guy to reckon with now. Before it was a random, he picked a random enemy. Now he goes for the one with the most physical attack, which usually is bad for the attacking team when this guy is gone. And here we have Yasmin again, but also Kira, so no real danger, because Kira is loading up everyone's energy bar and I can use Jorgen and Faceless right away, and this was relaxing here. I had no worries. Okay, Kira, maybe he's doing a lot of damage, but due to Dorian, they can all recover their health immediately, and now Kira is gone and it's all over. 650 kilo pure damage coming from Mr. Albus, very nice. Okay. Now 48. What do we have here? I'm bringing Andvari and leaving Dorian at home, and I bring Andvari because of Faceless on the other side with his very annoying second skill. But now with Andvari, the only Faceless that is throwing back guys with his second skill, the power throw, is my Faceless. You see they're all stunned. I also attach Mara to Faceless, prolonging the stunning. I have Albus with Leon. There is no pure damage, so that's why I did not bring Albus as the pet for the whole lineup, but rather Axel. And there is nothing to worry about. Jorgen and Faceless are controlling everyone. This is really something you should remember. It does not always work, but it's really a tactic that you have to be familiar with. This Jorgen, and then Faceless is copying Jorgen. Okay, so Jorgen doing the most damage in this one. This new guy is not that strong, maybe there is some combination. What is his name again? The spirit from the woods? I forgot. Okay, location 51. Let's see the battle first. Andvari in first position, and we have Lilith, and whenever there is Lilith I really like to bring Orion along, even though he's not that strong, but in combination with Faceless, using him now because Jorgen's curse is active, then I like to use Jorgen and Faceless and Leon at the same time, because then their artifacts are adding together. I'm not so worried about the charming. It's really more important that all their ultimates are used almost at the same time. Then the magic attack of Leon and of Jorgen are adding up, and the magic penetration of Orion and Faceless are adding up, and it really was fun to pass like this. Yes, so this was 51. And now we go to 50. Okay, I was a bit worried because Cornelius is cursing Jorgen, so this means maybe his ultimate doesn't work on all the opponents. Now let's see. Or maybe I'm wrong, maybe it still works. At least from the copy of Faceless it would have worked on everyone. And also I have Orion again and Axel instead of Albus. Yes, and when there is no Sebastian on the other side, I don't have a big problem. With this daily buff of control heroes gaining energy, then there must be some very special combination where I cannot deal magic damage maybe, and in combination with Rufus, something like that. But most of the time I'm just fine when there is this 100% control energy gain increase for control heroes. So this was 50, right? And then we have 49. And here I was very relaxed because it's very bad to have Kark and Kira in the same team. Now Kira is loading up Jorgen, and Jorgen, even without this control energy gain buff, this would be no problem for me to destroy. Because Jorgen and Faceless controlling Kark, he will never trigger his ultimate, and Kira also is dead now. With Kira you really need a very attacking lineup. Your lineup needs to be able to withstand one wave of attack maybe from the opposition, but then you need to attack. You cannot go semi-attacking. Yeah, you can when the opponent has a bad team, but otherwise. And Albus giving the rest to Ciri. That's that. I'm still wondering about this 1 million hit of Kark in the other battle. I think this is the highest hit I've ever seen. And now we come to 47. I had problems here, and so I tried something different now. You see who I brought. Whenever I have difficulties, then bring Marta along. And amazingly, she saved the day. And Leon also, I didn't use her before. This is strong now. Jabba has 2 guys in his bellies. That's really a hard location here. A lot of attack from the other side. And we have Ndwari, and I cannot inflict magic damage. Now Jabba died. I was really worried now. Axel is attached to Jorgen, so he didn't die on this one hit before. And now Marta comes with her extra speed, which is decisive. And now Leon is taking over a little bit with her charming effect. This is now strong. Now stunning effect of Darkstar. Marta again with extra speed. I had a pretty good feeling now, and Ndwari falls, and everyone is falling. But it was close, right? It was close. So Leon was really necessary, Marta also. Yeah, and you see Marta is really not leveled up a lot. I want to keep her low a little bit. I would still want to have a video where I battle Seymour, and then sometimes a strong Marta is not that advisable because she takes a longer time to load up her energy bar for using her first artifact. So I'll keep her at that, but once I have beaten Orion, Seymour, then I will level her up for sure a bit more. Now, okay, I was so happy I could one-shoot, then I go on to 41. Now I have also one of these 250% locations buffed with extra health. So this was a challenge for me, but that's why I brought Orion, so I can inflict a lot of damage at some point. here waiting with Orion, because first the curse of Jorgen needs to be active. And now, how did I play? Yeah, Jorgen and Faceless copying Jorgen and Orion. And now a lot of damage is coming the other way. Whoa, this was a million, almost a million pure damage of Albus, right? I have to rewatch this. This is amazing. I think it was close to 1 million. Yeah, you can rewind a little bit and watch again. I thought it was maybe almost 1 million pure damage. Amazing. And in less than a minute, they are gone. And okay, big surprise. I thought maybe Orion a damage deal number 1, but no, Faceless and Leon dealing more damage, and Albus could really have been a 1 million pure damage hit there almost. Yeah, so I was very happy. And then Lady Darkmoon, she went on to 34. We thought a little bit there how to proceed in the cleverest way. Then we said, okay, you can continue from here to here. You don't have to go up there, or wait until Bruce conquered this, or can you go up there? There is a way you go like this. Yeah, but now with hindsight, maybe this would have been a good idea, right? Yeah, difficult, hard to say. So anyway, she continues her path now, joining me at location 41. Okay, so the next is 34. Let's see, which team did we use? Is there a buff against physical attack maybe? Then, yeah, you see her magic team now. She's bringing up Celeste and also using Marta then. And now with this control buff, it should be no problem to pass here, using Jorgen and Faceless. Celeste is also a great hero. She has a lot of good effects against the buffs and is healing, but also can be very attacking. A very versatile hero, nice to have. Okay, if you only want to have one magic attack hero, then probably you should go for Orion. But Jorgen and Faceless is almost a must for me. It's really a lot of fun to control battles with them, to structure battles, like in this, like here. So maybe we can also have a look. Okay, Merlin is with Faceless. Mara, I always like to attach Mara to him so that his the stunning he's doing with his second skill is prolonged. She probably did not rearrange all the pets, probably still with her main team. 39 is also buffed with against physical attacks, if I remember correctly. Yeah, another buff, and here is also more attack. But I have not really been worried because she has a very solid team, and with Jorgen and Faceless gaining energy so fast today, and now also bringing along Albus to inflict some extra damage rather than Axel. She was a bit worried because she said, okay, Albus is not that strong, but still she has a very strong Albus. It's a good helper. She has all these artifacts, first artifacts maxed. This is helping a great deal, of course. Okay, this one not completely maxed. This coming from Celeste, that is 21 kilo, I think. Yeah, she could work a little bit on the first artifact of Celeste, probably adding the final star there. So let's have a look at the stats. Yeah, it's just great, and her Jorgen and Faceless, they are much stronger than my player, so she really can play in the same way with Jorgen and Faceless. 45. From there goes another buff to Evil Ginger, so it was important to defeat this location. Jorgen, Faceless is copying Jorgen. Celeste is stabilizing the whole situation and also providing more magic attack with her first artifact. The more she gets hit, the more magic attack she's providing, making now this attack of Faceless very strong, grinding the opposition down. Now you see this skill where I said before it. Now Marta is in the middle of her teammates. Now if this was Dorian, then he would be in the middle now. Everyone could profit from his vampirism aura. So maybe if there is Maya on the other side, it does make a lot of sense to have Dorian. But in most other occasions, Marta, you have more possibilities to structure a battle with Marta, especially when you use also Faceless at the same time, because Faceless can also copy Marta. There is also this video where I beat Seymour with Marta and Faceless with a team of 268 kilo, and that is because their Marta could be copied by Faceless, providing extra speed. So no problem here in these missions. And so next location, location 40. Using the Kark team again, no more buff against physical attack, so it's more convenient to use a team with Kark. Okay, she sticked with Marta. I would have brought Chet again, and also, okay, Axel is back. But okay, I guess it doesn't really matter because Jorgen and Faceless doing enough damage. Now here a little mistake, she used Kark while this magic potion of Faceless was still underway. Now here again, one should wait a little bit until the potion of Faceless and Jorgen fully hit the opposition, and then use Kark afterwards. But okay, very plain sailing here. This 250 extra health is gone really quickly, in about a minute. Ah, no, it's here, 40. Now I'm confused, sorry guys. Which one we have just seen now? 46 already. Yeah, this one. Getting a bit tired, I'm sorry. We have Jorgen, Faceless copying Jorgen. She could also have used her standard team with Nebula and Kark and Chet again. A lot of possibilities. So okay, this is 46, 36 now. And then before, with the extra health, it was this one, right? Yeah. Okay, and now she joined me on location 41, and then we can continue with Bruce. He joining us the next day. Now before we go to Bruce, let's check the pets a little bit. I forgot. So Fenris with Kark, adding more armor penetration for him is certainly a good idea. If he has enough armor penetration, maybe one could also attach Mara to him. Merlin with Faceless, yes. Jorgen would be good with Axel. Then my pets, they are usually Albus. I give usually to Leon, and Mara is usually with Faceless, Axel with Jorgen, Jabba has Oliver, and Dorian has Merlin. If there is no Orion, then I would, if with Orion or Helios, I will give Merlin to Orion or Helios. Sebastian has Fenris here, so I just assign all my pets. Let's see another one. Leon has Albus, and sometimes when I use Darkstar, then I will give her, depending a little bit, if she has enough armor penetration, I don't give Fenris to her, but rather Mara. Okay, here I gave her Kane because Rufus has not a lot of armor, so my Darkstar has enough armor penetration, and no Mara for her because Faceless, I deemed it more important to give Mara to Faceless. And when there is Andvari, I still usually give Oliver to Jabba, because he is on the most attacks in this first position. And now we go to Bruce and his team with the twins. That should be interesting to see. So he's also playing with Jorgen now, probably not in his main team, but using him now because there is this extra buff for control heroes, energy gain increase, and a very deadly combination with Krista and Lars here. Yeah, very attractive to see that. Krista with Merlin, Lars with Mara. He has his third skill, I think, is stunning the opponent. Now with this Mara it will stun forever. Aurora has Kane, giving her even more dodge. And also with the patronage skill, she's gaining extra energy whenever she's dodging. Very good. And Axel with Celeste, protecting her against the monolith from Cornelius, for instance. And Oliver is with Jorgen here. Yeah. The other stats. And then we come to location 7. I've seen this battle already. It's a bit painful to watch because this increased damage dealt by 300% is still on. And Lars has been loading their energy bar a little bit up, and Arachne and Darkstar are also control heroes, and then Rats. Arachne took out Lars, and it might have gone the other way if Lars had been able to use his ultimate. I'm not sure if there would have been a way to pass, maybe with another team, maybe bringing Faceless, but then Bruce's Faceless is very weak, so I'm not sure. That would have been the route, switching to the map to show you. Because in our plan, Bruce should have taken this 7. Should have been able to take 7 and then go on like this. But as he missed now, he did the right thing. He started to go the top route, and he had even some more attacks on Ginger. Okay, so he was thrown back to location 3, and then he went on to location 2. He had such a great team. It's also very fun to play with the twins, of course. Against the boss, he still needed Orion. But for the normal missions, maybe when there is a Lilith, Orion might also be a little bit better then. But for most missions, the twins. Okay, maybe with Lars now we can watch. Will be probably no problem. Because when there is Lilith left in the end, Lars will stun her with his third skill and it will be quickly all over. Also the first skill of Lars is great to watch, a feast for the eyes. So awesome. Now who is left in the end? Is it Lilith? Can she do her third skill in time? Third skill from Lilith? Nope. Location 10. Here we still have this healing increase buff. Oh no, this is 15. This is just a stationary buff, increases the healing, but okay, here is quite dangerous maybe because there is Dorian. But yet, then again, there is Mojo in first position. This cannot work, of course. Mojo is one of the heroes that does not really work at the moment. Because Sebastian is taking away the hex of his fourth skill and his ultimate can easily be interrupted. Not only by Leon, but also by other guys who can stun her. And then he's just not producing enough damage. Okay, now we come to location 15. Here the 500% healing increase is still on for coming from the evil eye. So this might be a little problem because Marcus is quite a good healer, but he's the only one, okay. Then there is also Isaac absorbing a lot of magic damage and then doing a counter with physical attack. And you see now Marcus is doing the healing, the health bar of everyone is full again. But in the end, Bruce prevails with his team. It's just too much magic damage. Even for Isaac, he cannot absorb all this damage. And just bit the dust now. Yeah, amazing what Bruce's team can do. Let me go to location 20. Now he switched in Sebastian, probably because of the stunning effects of Arachne and Darkstar. It's of course always good when you have some substitutes heroes that you can bring in situationally. And here is a buff against physical damage, but that's no big deal for his team. Dealing magic damage all the way. And now a lot of magic damage. Yeah, it must be fun to play like this, to have a team like this. At first, of course, I was a little bit disappointed when I saw the next day, oh, there was a failure on location 7. But then I was still very happy to have a teammate like Bruce in my team. I mean, without him I would not be able to beat Evil Ginger. He did really a great job against Ginger. This is just exceptionally strong. And he's also trying out some other combinations, switching his team a little bit. I think this is still important. If you have a team with a lot of power but still in adventures, things can go wrong if you just always go with the same team. So you have to bring in sometimes some other heroes. Maybe sometimes to switch Sebastian, maybe sometimes you bring Jorgen. Here we have Jorgen, okay. He's probably to hold back Satori on the other side. Another idea would have been to bring Sebastian. That gets rid of all the fox marks of Satori. I have some extra damage by 100%. And okay, Corvus being annoying a little bit with his tower, retaliation tower. Has been dealing quite some damage, but all in all, it has not been enough. 38. Yes, and the Storm of Lars in combination with Krista's icicles on the floor is just a killer. We have covered this, right? Yeah, sorry. 43. Here we have Lilith, but okay, it's going too fast probably. There is Jorgen and Faceless on the other side. Now if they could trigger manually, maybe they could be a little bit annoying, but I've not really been capable of applying Jorgen's curse. And I've learned that sometimes Celeste is preventing an opponent being lifted into the air. I don't know, I don't play with Celeste third or second skill. Or maybe it's, I'm not sure. Just flawless victories. And then the last location before the boss. Here is Chaba. Let's check out if he can create some chaos with eating up Aurora. Now see, he couldn't eat her because this protection sphere was active. Yeah, Celeste is really a good hero. Okay, all in all, an easy victory. And the boss battle I have covered in the main video, so now we go to 46. He had problems there, but now he went with Arachne, not quite leveled up, so he was a bit reluctant to use, and he had to bring in his physical attacker, Stanti, very interesting. Also Isaac, you see now his Arachne almost died, so this is a very close one. But I guess he attached Mara to her, and now you see she's stunning everyone for a long time, including Lilith, and that seems to be the key here. that he can beat this location, even though there is a magic damage, a buff against magic damage. So that was the main difficulty here. In the previous round, in the first round we had, he could not, he didn't manage to get rid of Lilith. But now he managed to pass. Yeah, constant stunning of Arachne. Yeah, like this, Lilith cannot really use her third skill at all, it seems. And Arachne is a control, I guess. She's charging very fast here. So, yeah. Still Lilith is there. Has to hit her a lot of times. Can Dante get through the armor of Lilith? Probably not. Probably we need the armor penetration of Isaac. That's why he's waiting to use Dante now. He wants to activate Isaac, extra armor penetration, and here comes Dante going fully through everyone, through everyone's armor. Yeah, he probably has to repeat this procedure. Arachne to keep stunning. Arachne keeps stunning Lilith and Isaac, and Dante are loading up slowly their ultimate, but probably Arachne, yes, is finishing the job before the next combo attack of Isaac and Dante. Yeah, great job. So this was it from this video. If you haven't checked the boss battle, you can go back to the main video with the link down in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. See you soon. Bye.